Okay. Good evening, guys. So this is my first video of me talking to a camera, and I have no clue how it's gonna go, but I can already tell that it's gonna be like tragic. So in this video, I'm gonna show you couple steps and some highlights of me installing these MTS coilovers I got from Europe for my URS6 Avant. I'm gonna show you my procedure. I'm gonna show you what was said on the instructions, and I don't know, I'm gonna just basically show you around or what I did. So thankfully this MTS TECHNIK coilovers comes with very nice and very thorough instructions. So we can see here that we have pretty much everything you need to know, everything you have, and how you measure, how you cut, everything you basically need to know about these coilovers. How you install them, how you place the perch thing, position to the knuckle and the upright, whatever you want to call it, and how you measure the old piece, how you measure the new piece, and everything like that. So these are amazing, super helpful. Tells you pretty much whatever you need to know about the coilovers. Now, there are a couple of things that I try to make it easier for myself. Now, I don't know if it's gonna be easier for you guys. I don't know if it's gonna be easier, if it's gonna be an easier step, or if it's gonna be just like, just something I did that I wasn't supposed to, was only supposed to follow the instructions. But here it is. I'm gonna just pause it and actually, let's go unbox these MTS TECHNIK. So here we are. We have this puppy right here. They got sent. By the way, they got sent on a Monday, and I had them here on a Wednesday. So from Europe. It's great. It's incredible. To be honest with you, and I was very happy about it. But I'm gonna position it right here, and you can unbox it. Unbox, obviously, this is the one I made already, but this is gonna be the one that I didn't unbox yet, because I wanted to complete one so I could see what's going on with the whole thing. But yeah, they come with obviously beautiful, nice made front bumper plate. They're freaking awesome. They're beautiful. And this is for the rear. Top hat for the rear by MTS TECHNIK. And then we're gonna have this right here. The most important part of the whole thing. We have payback springs with this kit. Like, they come from MTS already, high quality springs, which I'm very happy about. I'm very excited to see how it rides. Let's go down. Try to not ruin anything. I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty long video, but why not explain everything here? So, this bumpers, no, how you call these? Stoppers? I don't know. They're pretty hard to get out. So what I did is I sprayed some of this silicone. Just get them out of the way. I'm spraying that just because it's really hard to get out, and also leaves like stuff on it, which I don't want to have anything on that. Yeah, this is this piece, and then we have a special key in here to remove it. Pretty nice. And now I'm just gonna try to do it by hand if I can. Yeah, it also tells you to put some lube before you do your final install on these threads, which I will. I did on that one already, just to preserve them like nice and easy. Yes, obviously I could have slid it out. I just want to show you how everything works. But yeah, so basically it slides out, obviously. And this is the most important part of this build. Okay. I'm gonna screw this as well, because I don't want to get damaged when you weld it or when you're playing with it. Moving it, hammering it, whatever. But come on. So I'm gonna have to cut a lot of parts of these videos. But yeah, so basically this is all we got. And then there's the rear as well. Also freaking beautiful. Super well packaged, by the way. We have a little bubble wrap, thick bubble wrap, these. It's great. Like, you're not gonna be afraid that this is gonna break during shipping or something is gonna happen to this during shipping. They're very well packaged. So keep us doing this. Okay, so now we're gonna have our pieces right here. Okay, now on my driver's side knuckle, I already cut everything. So this was the passenger side, this was the driver's side. Okay, so what it tells you to do is like it's measure basically from the top to where you have to cut 200 millimeters, which is 20 centimeters. Now, this is 18 centimeters, which is 180 millimeters. This was a perfect cut because the first one I did, obviously, what I did, I cut it right here so I could figure it out later what I needed to do on the knuckle. So I could cut, you know, twice or 3 times, 4 times, whatever it took to get it perfect. But this one I knew already, so I cut it basically from the bottom up, which was, I honestly don't remember. I didn't save that measurement, but basically what it tells you to do is cut from the top to the bottom. But it's kind of hard because you have this on the way, this on the way, so it's never gonna be precise. So what you want to do is, let me go grab the knuckle. So what you want to do is measure from the top, from the bottom of the spindle right here, about 20 millimeters, okay? And then from 20 millimeters, you start working your way down until you find, you know, your perfect fit. That's what I would do. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you like measure and cut there. No, because instructions say otherwise. I don't want to be the one telling you what to do. So this is pretty much what I found to be the fast way. So you want to cut from the bottom up right here. See, 20 millimeters. Yes, 20 millimeters, 2 centimeters. Okay, and then you work your way down. You know, you grind it or you cut it again, whatever you want to do. Now, this is not all the way in, but what it wants you to do is lay this flat, or not super flat surface. Okay, like this. Let me see if you guys can see from there. Yes. Okay. Lay it from there. Okay. Now this is cut it, but when it's still attached, you measure basically from the flat surface to the center of your tie rod hole. Okay. So basically when this is still attached, this is still up here. Okay. We measure from the flat surface to the hole. In this case, it was 123 millimeters, which is 12.3 centimeters. Okay. At the end, when you install this, it tells you to basically do the same procedure right here and measure this and put it at 5 millimeter taller. Okay. So you measure this again, a flat surface, and it has to be like 5 millimeter taller. Now, I talked with Dimitri, which is one of the guy who developed this coilovers with MTS, and he put it obviously like this. Okay, why did he do that? Because he can fit like wider wheels. Okay, in this case, I'm not gonna fit like 10-inch wide wheels in the front. So what I end up doing is basically check your level. Okay, put this flat on this face, check your level of the table, and then you put this part of the steering arm, you put it at level. Okay, so you measure the level of the table, make sure you're level, and then you measure under here level. Now, this is not a procedure that was in the instructions, but it's something I came up with because once you put this level, it's basically gonna measure like 13.5, okay? 13.5 centimeter, okay? Which it will be like 12 millimeter taller than what the original measurement was with the old knuckle, with the old steering arm attached to it. Now, why did I do that? I think it's easier, and honestly, I don't think 10-12 millimeter is gonna change. It's gonna be that big of a deal. Also because, I mean, at this point, you can fit also wider wheel if you want. You can fit on 9, 9.5, whatever. But it's not for that, it's just to make it easier. So when you measure the level down here, you make sure your table is level, make sure the piece is level, make sure this is level. You're basically done. Okay. Now, the next step will be obviously like hammering this in. Okay. Now I'm gonna use this because I'm not gonna damage it. And it's just gonna be like roughly where it needs to be. Now, installing the strut in it. What you want to do is get your strut. Okay. Before you weld anything, obviously, because you have to be sure that this piece and this strut, it's gonna be like what it needs to be. Okay. Now, on the first spindle I did, I had to cut this part down a little bit because this, the bottom part of the tube here, I'm pretty sure is like conical. It's not like straight, so that way you have a very good snug fit in there. But you can hammer this, but it's probably gonna be like another, it's probably gonna come down another 5 millimeters, I'm gonna say. Probably, yeah, that's what I had the other one on. So it's gonna come down another 5 millimeters, but you have to make sure that what you have left on the threads, the instruction says 2 to 3 millimeters. Okay, I left 5, and I was able to snug this thing like pretty good. So I know that that's what the instruction says, but I will say 5 millimeters is probably best. Okay, 2 millimeters is cutting it close to snug the strut in the knuckle, in the tube, in the spindle, and all that. Because once you tie this down, what this does is obviously just like the OEM one, it doesn't make it go up and down, left and right. You know, it snugs this in the tube and in the spindle. So when you install this before you weld, obviously make sure 100% that you have, when it starts to this nut right here, this ring nut, starts to get tight, just give it a little snug by hand or with the wrench, whatever you want to do, but make sure that you have 5 millimeters when this is bottom out, and you don't have this. Okay, so that's my other piece of advice right there. Now the rest is pretty much like you know, comes by itself. It's obviously you have to weld this. I don't know how skilled you are. I'm not skilled at all, but I made it work. I want coilovers on my car. That's what I have to do. So just be careful what you do. Obviously, before you weld, make sure you clean this coating it has, because you know, if not, you make a mess. I don't know what other piece of advice. Obviously, like, try to hammer this as much as you can. Obviously, you have to leave that much for you to access with the welder. If you have a stick weld, if you have MIG weld, TIG weld, whatever it is, you know, make sure you have enough room to access there. Thankfully I did, because sometimes I just cut, I don't think, and then I regret a little, but in this case, I made sure that everything was right. And nothing, once you're done with that, that was, you know, my biggest piece of advice was that leveling thing, you know, just make it simple and easy. Put this level, make this level, install it, in my opinion. Now, if you want to measure, you can do whatever you want. Thank God we are in a free country, so you can follow the instruction. Follow the instruction. You want to follow my advice, do whatever you want. It was just like basically like a way to share my experience with this MTS. Very excited. They look pretty promising, and I don't know, I hope I can try the car like as soon as possible. I'm waiting for another wheel bearing, because I put a new wheel bearing on the other spindle, and I want to put a new one on this side too. Other than that, I don't know. You don't have to put new wheel bearing, but I did because I had everything apart. Now, you want to do it before or after you install the coilovers, that's up to you. I obviously prefer to do it now because, you know, nothing is on the way. It's easy to handle it, you know, it's easy to spin it around on the press and all that. Another thing, obviously, you know, I had the heat shield here, the dust shield on the spindle. I took it off obviously because it's more level. And you measure the level right here. Obviously you should do the same. So in order to do that, I don't know, if you have good enough tools, you can access them with the hub installed. If not, you have to uninstall the hub, and at that point, just better, you know, do the wheel bearing as well. They're freaking $40 from Auto, so why not? If you don't want to use Auto stuff, you want to buy SKF, do SKF. I'm not saying you should buy Auto stuff. I'm not saying I bought Auto stuff, but this is pretty much what I did. As I said, I'm pretty excited. This is gonna be the final product when you're done. Sorry the mess. But look at this beauty. Spin around, turn at 60 degrees. Beautiful camber plate. And all that. I obviously something that I should have mentioned, that after you're done welding, you know, try to make a nice job and just like clean it, paint it, make it nice. I did some primer and epoxy paint on it. I don't know if it's gonna last. Hopefully it's gonna. If not, oh well. Don't care. I'll do it again next year. But this is pretty much it. That's all I have. That's all I have for you guys. But yeah, this is literally the first video of me talking to a camera. So please don't laugh at me. Be nice. I know my accent could make somebody mad. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. Just wanted to share my advice. I just wanted to share what I'm doing. And that's it. I'm not gonna continue the video with me welding that on, installing the thing, and all that. As I said, I think I did a pretty good job explaining with my words. But if you guys want me to make another video after I weld it and when I snug everything on before I weld it and, you know, all that, I can do that too. But I gotta name my phone for the level. So, too bad. Alright. I'll see you next time, guys. I don't know what's gonna be my next project for this car, but I'm sure there are gonna be plenty. For now, I think I'm gonna just enjoy the coilovers, my pressure rebuild, turbo pressure rebuild head, and probably at some point I'm gonna switch to E85. I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know. Probably not, but who cares? We're here for the ride, I guess. So, yeah, I think that's how can I close this? I don't know. I think it's good, but this is the car. This is the car before Coilovers. Look at this beauty. Damn. Old and busted. Can't be trusted. Freaking amazing. But yeah. Guess I'll see you next time, and ciao a tutti. Okay, here I am. Just a disclaimer for everybody. This is just the way I did it. This was just like to give a couple suggestions to people that decide to buy MTS coilovers and know what to expect, basically. Know what you get, and know what you have to do, the work you have to put into. And this was just me, like, you know, explaining what I did. You don't have to do it this way. Just a disclaimer, I'm not professional. I don't have like very expensive tools to cut, to grind, to weld. No, just basic tools. And I do this for a hobby. I don't do this professionally anymore. So, you know, this is just a suggestion how I do the things. I did the conversion here, but you don't have to follow my instructions. This was, as I said, just a suggestion. So if you end up getting MTS coilovers, well, enjoy it. I hope I enjoy it too. And all right, I guess if I put this on YouTube, like and subscribe. Ha! Wow, I said it. The first time ever. So yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I did something wrong here, or you think I should have measured, or I think level is pretty much a good compromise. Instead of, like, you know, measuring, cutting, and just put a level. And that's it. All right, that's it. Ciao, guys.